You would speak with the Lord Commander? Pray make it quick. Sure.
I want the defenses of the outer ward rechecked. See to it that the ballistas are in good repair and supplied with enough ammunition for a prolonged siege.
At once, my lord.
Ah, 'twould seem I have visitors, and unlike those massing beyond our walls, these ones are welcome.
Pray forgive us for interrupting you in the midst of your preparations, Sir Emmerich, but our suit concerns the impending assault. To speak plain, we believe there is a chance the invasion might be halted before it even begins. I can divulge little more at this time, but I must nevertheless request that you advise the Holy See to refrain from launching any preemptive sorties whilst we seek to put our plans in motion.
I will gladly lend my support to any endeavor that could spare the blood of my countrymen, but I would know more of the cause you would have me champion. Will you not share aught of this mysterious undertaking?
Know that I have offered my lance to aid in this endeavor. I cannot claim that its success is assured, but our actions should serve to delay Nidhogg's advance at the very least. Which is more than can be said for the ill-conceived counterattack advocated by the sea's more vocal crusaders. They offer...
Aye. Their proposal does not inspire confidence. Our resources should rightly be spent shoring up the city's defenses. The Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light sallying forth together to face the dread worm Nidhogg. I must admit the mere thought of it does much to dispel my misgivings. Go then. Carry out your plan. I shall do what I can for you within the Holy See.
Secure the Emmerich support. We may proceed without fear of a preemptive Ishgardian attack. Which does not say we can afford to dither. Okay. History tells us the Gervanians will attack as soon as their horde reaches a critical size. In a short time, this is against us. If you are ready, Estinian, let us be without our task. Alright. Let's go.
Such commotion.
Yes, Your Eminence. The bells of the Observatorium warn of our enemy's approach.
So, the dragons are coming. Let them come, in their hundreds and their thousands. With the divine blade in our hands, we shall rend their flesh and drown the heretics in their master's blood. Even Nidhogg and his foul brood shall be powerless to resist us. And when we have rid the world of their pestilence, we shall turn our attention to our Ascian allies. See that they are suitably rewarded for their invaluable assistance.
If I may, Your Eminence, the Paragons wield powers strange and unknowable. Can we be certain that they will not see through our deception?
We can be certain of naught save the righteousness of our cause. If you would be a true leader of men, you must possess conviction as well as caution. We seek to excise the root of an evil that has blighted us for 1,000 years. The risk is worth the reward.
And what of Estinian and this Warrior of Light? They have plans of their own.
Leave them to their purpose. We must each play the role we have been given. You and your chosen brothers most of all.
For the glory of King Thordan.
Who the heck is Zephyrim? Oh my god, look what the reward is. The reward is a mini Alphino. It's an Alphino minion. Okay, that's pretty sick. Before we set forth, we must needs form from Tataru. Alright, fair enough. Let's go and form Tataru. Of that, I need no reminding. Come on, let us head back to Four Temps Manor. Yes, we can do this. Let's head back to the manor. Of course, as I said, Tataru. It may be some time before Padios and I return to Ishgard. Yeah, we're kind of attacking the enemy base, so I don't know if we're gonna survive, but you might never see us again if we don't come back. So, yeah, that's bad news, Tataru. Oh, just you be careful. Oh, and don't worry, I'll be busy. Of our lost friends. Yeah. Don't make fun of us. What if it actually happens, you know? You shouldn't really make fun of us like that. If anyone can find them, it is you. Farewell for now. You must put this on, Alphino. I made it specially for you. Okay. No, I couldn't possibly... very well. Oh, it's a big coat. Oh, that's a pretty sick coat you got there, Alphino. Fits perfectly and the quality is actually rather good. How do you like it? I've been practicing my needlework while I listen to rumors and the like. A good receptionist is always learning new skills. Hey, thanks. Whatever else awaits me up on the road, I shall not fear the cold. It was the least I could do. Now I must be getting back to the tavern, or I'll never catch up with all the gossip. Best of luck on your journey. Outside. You said your farewells then? Yes. We're already at the party. I should begin our search for Lady Iceheart without delay. Well, she will prove an elusive quarry. Where do you intend to start looking? Chris Western Highlands. Alright, let us speak with Sir Redwald. Was it? The commander of Falcon's Nest? It's like that he will know any heretic activity has been reported in the area. Alright, there we go. Gonna go down there. We're almost there, right? Just over here. Hello, Redwald. Oh well, what business brings you back to Falcon's Nest? There's no company you keep, it can be no trifling matter. The Azure Dragoon? I know, of course, but I do not believe I've met this young gentleman. You are not mistaken as to the gravity of our situation, but so Redwald, as I am sure you are aware, the observation has warned that the Dravanians gather for another assault. We believe there may yet be a way to avoid the coming conflict, but only if we can find the elusive Iceheart. Thus, we come to Falcon's Nest in the hope of acquiring the latest intelligence in the heretics movement. So then you would be best served by speaking directly to my man. The patrol is due to return from its sweep of the surrounding lands at any moment. You may also wish to question the knights assigned to pick over the remains of their heretics refugees at Gorgon Mills. It is possible that they have unearthed information that could be of use to you. Mistress knows well the place I speak of. Of course, she who discovered it first. Let us divide our forces then. I will stay await the return of the patrol while the two revisit the refugee camp. When I have complete inquiries, I will join you there. Yes. Wise, yes. Very wise. I'm eager to learn what Sir Redwald's men have found in the heretics' lair. Speak with the expedition leader at the... Oh god, that's... Oh yeah, this place. I remember this place. We've been there before. We can't teleport there, right? Okay, we're gonna have to run all the way there then. Let's go! Here's mentioning something about bridge repairs. I have a month of time, a short while ago, when one of the workers from the house Dressenmal asked me to go and deal with some of my lords that have been in trials and trouble. The Black Iron Bridge barely survived the calamity, in desperate need of repairs, but the Splat and Wrangler, Ludon's Road, far too close to it. Okay, interested. and I feared that I'd be swarming outnumbered. You're capable. Would you be so kind as to thin them out somewhat? If you were to kill, say, 3 of them, they could be able to finish off the rest. Okay. I just have to kill a bunch of enemies on the way? Alright, I can do that. Aether current, what is that? I'm assuming I need these Aether currents? Does it tell me where Aether currents are, or...? Interesting. That was my kill. You stole my kill. Damn you. Damn you, you kill stealer. Go. Perfect. There we go. And they're dead. Just found an Aether current up here, so I climb up here for this Aether current as well. Let's just talk to the expedition leader. The findings, you say, well, there is something of a tale there. No sooner had we chanced upon a promising-looking sheaf of letters, and we were ambushed from the shadows by great white beasts. It would seem the heretics foresaw our coming and left behind their pets to discourage further investigation. Several of our number were badly wounded. And we cannot carry out your duties until the creatures are slain. We have not the time to wait for our forces. Let us deal these pets ourselves. Yeah, let's go check that out. Let's just go in. Probably downstairs, right? Oh, right there. How are you doing, pets? Let's fight the pets. to the expedition leader. Beasts are slain then, no thanks. We may return to our duty without fear of mulling. Yes. You have a mini alpha node too. To mini neg guide. Mini alpha node. Oh wait, I have to press the whistle, right? I have to unlock it first. Wait. Mini alpha node use. Now we have a mini alpha node. An attempt to secure finding for the financially strapped musician. Wait. Yes, perfect. You wish to track down Lady Iceheart. Is not the workers who discovered are those be small, but our comrades appear to be some matter of correspondence. Not of luxury. Alright. Fair enough. Integration of the petrol proved fruitless. Either we this divine or some clue from these letters, or we wander the snowfields and pray that the gods lead us right to Iceheart's door. There's hardly a choice at all. Well, let's go check the letters then. Where the heck? Gotta look for them. It could be anywhere. One of them was here. That one's there. There's still one more. Then a dozen letters. Perfect. We have here, every one of these pages is a record of the dealings between Gorgon Meals heretics and their fellows in the Ak-Afa amphitheater. There are requests for food, stuff, clothing, and all manner of provisions. Iceheart's followers must yet inhabit the rooms we had thought abandoned. Yeah, they're probably there. That's probably what it is. Are you ready? Where to go? Buffno seems intent on traveling to the Ak-Afa amphitheater. The Ak-Afa amphitheater, the very place where you witnessed the manifestation of the primal Shiva, is it not? If that is our destination, the journey will be long indeed. The amphitheater lies on the other side of the treacherous tract of ice. Snow that cannot be swiftly crossed. Then we must place our faith in the Aether net. As you may recall, our dear friend Morbrida succeeded in recreating the Alpha beacon after it had been destroyed by Lady Iceheart. At the time, it was assumed that the resultant Aetherite would only be temporarily viable, but given that the heretics of Gorgon Mills seem to have been in regular contact with the Vigilante Amphitheater, I'll wager it still functions. I suggest we make for the Aetherite within the snow cloak without delay. Correct me if I'm wrong, Estinian, but in the course of mapping the Snowcloak tunnel system, a passage was discovered leading out into the Western Highlands, was it not? Would it be possible for us to reach the Aetherite from this side of the wall? It should. House Durender posted soldiers at the Western Highlands entrance after the tunnels were cleared, but they will not deny us entry. Alright, let's go. We know where to go now. Alright, thank you for the ages. Where do I have to go? Oh, there's an Aether card in there too. Okay. Whee! Whee! Are we like on the edge of the map or something? Like, this is a pretty big edge of the map. Accompanied by the Azure Dragon, no less. Yes. How did you know? I can't imagine we brought you out this far, but you are welcome to enter the tunnels if that is your will. Assuming the Akana beacon still functions, and we must pray to its qual if it does, we shall arrive at our destination in mere moments. Though I do not expect to be greeted by the primal Shiva, we should nevertheless be prepared for a frosty reception. Let's go. Impressive structure. I wonder how many ages it has endured. Perhaps you should ask its occupants. They seem a friendly bunch. Dogs of Ishgard, is it not enough that you banish our beloved saint? Will you not be satisfied until the ice is slick with the last drops of our blood? Stay your weapons. We come under the flag of parley. We wish only to speak with your mistress, that we might broker peace. You take off scrolls, boys? It'll take more than honeyed words to earn our trust. You walk with the Dragon Slayer. We know all too well what he is capable of. My reputation precedes me. You give us little choice. Come, brothers, may dragon wings bear us a victory.
Your guard is down.
know your folly.
Focus. Release!
Easy. Easy win. They fight like demons. This death to remain. Fall back, riders. Retreat to the cinders. Fall back. Fall back. I see on the silent lady Iceheart. Would that mean we could have questioned one of them? What would you ask that we do not already know? They make for the cinders, and so we must. Even should an ambush await us, it is certain there will be more heretics to question. Cinders, you say? I confess the name is unknown to me. Mayhap you would be so good as to enlighten us, Estinian. I suspect it is the heretic's way of referring to the Dreaming Dragon, an island of sort, found in the midst of the frozen lake of Ashpool. Some 500 years past, this told the Azure Dragon of Age fought a dragon of titanic proportions. After a savage struggle, the mighty creature was weakened unto the point of death, and forced into a magic slumber by the entire chapter of the Holy Sea sorcerers. Long a rain of ash and cinders did begin to fall upon the sleeping serpent's motionless form, covering the creature at last in a shroud of grey. Of course, a thick layer of ice had since formed on top, but you may be sure I speak true. Fascinating tale. We should make haste for this Ashen Isle. The Dreaming Dragon lies far to the west. Before we approach the frozen beast, however, there is another place I will visit first. Until convictors have set up camp in Twin Poles, their leader, Gentilo, may have information of use to us. But mayhap you are not familiar with that need either. The convictors are dragon slayers after a fashion, but I am willing to wager that they encounter their fate's fair share of heretics. If we are indeed walking into a trap, I would learn all there is to know of our foe. I saw a suggestion. Let us speak with these convictors then, and temper our haste with a measure of caution. Alright. Over there. Okay, I know where that is. I've been there before. Yeah, let's go. To the convictors. Gentilo. Alright, what do we have here? Hoping to join the esteemed ranks of the convictors, are we? The hard-eyed lass looks promising, but you have a frail look about you, boy. I give you 3 days or the wilds claim your corpse. I beg your pardon? No, you're not so quick to judge. I have seen this frail youth fell heretics with a flick of his wrist. And who are you to question? Oh, by the fury. That armor, that lance, the Azure Dragon himself graces our camp. Pray forgive my disrespect, sir. I'm Gentile, leader of the convictors and fellow slayer of dragons. And may I ask what winds, fair or foul, carry you into our humble camp? Ah, Lady Iceheart, is it? Oh, I know her reputation, but I'm afraid I've seen naught of her or her people. That said, my own men can be somewhat lax when it comes to making reports. You may wish to question them yourselves. Thank you, we shall. Diner Assistant, let us make our way through the cab and see what information there is to be had. Oh, you have a quest for me. Baby steps. Gentleman wants you to experience firsthand what life at Convictory is like. I remember you. How could I forget it? You're the one that entered you. Me, Horde is stronger than you might expect. Unless you've seen it for years, like, I'm thinking it might be prudent to start with something simple, and then work your way up to the dragons. As such, have runes. Slay 3 of those, and then come back here. Consider it a warm-up. Okay. And then there's also another one there. Okay, so there's some quests here that I kind of have to do. The dead care not for justice. Cowards, all of you. Have you no shame at all? Well, we're talking about. Before I beg you, wait, are you? Yes. Yes, I've hard work 4 attempts, yes. Praise alone. Surely you would consider my request, yes. Know you a DUSK vigil? Westernmost of the Citadel watchtower, built to warn of Horde's approach. It was lost following the calamity, another victim of the snow. Within the ruins lies a priceless treasure, which needs to be reclaimed. I thought to enlist the service of these so-called translators, but it seems their courage is not so as boundless as they would have you believe. But you, madame, you are not one to shy away from danger. Am I right? Yeah, sure, I can do that. Sounds easy. So define, simply head north of west, come to the gates, yeah, I know how to get there. Oh, it's a dungeon. Okay, interesting. And baby steps is to kill these guys over there. Alright, let's kill these guys real quick. Candles from already, have you? How did you find them? Did they put up much of a fight? Good work, lass. Clearly Azure Dragons doesn't travel with mere amateurs. You clearly know what you're doing. If you want to try your hand at hunting down some dragons, speak with me again sometime. Yes. Surely one of these people will have encountered heretics while out hunting. Please speak as many as you can. Talk to children, or have you encountered heretics, sir? No heretics. Do you honestly expect me to keep track of every item over a mountain, apart from the wanders in and out of a camp? True. What about you, Bowman? Have you seen any heretics? Are there heretics in the area? I have not the faintest area. Why, a heretic could pass under my nose and I would not be any wiser. I haven't dragons, lady. Big ones. Alright, dragons. Fair enough. What about this guy? Any heretics, sir? Looking for heretics? Why don't you invite or someone? I have enough trouble keeping these peering flumps fitted clothes as it is. The snow isn't mine. What folk do with himself out there in the wilds? Alright, let's go ask Peer Crew. Have you seen anything? Someone, can I help you with something? I'm looking for heretics. Have you seen any? Yes. I've seen one myself, but that ain't to say I haven't heard a thing or two. We would be grateful for any information you share with us. The gods know we've gleaned precious little from talking to the rest of these people. If it please my lord, I'm Purpura, a soldier by trade. I do much of one, if I'm honest. If it weren't for the loves of stabbing folk that I took up the spear, see? No, it was by the order of Sir Gentile's father. Still, as long as they keep paying me wages. I ain't fussy as to what they have me do. Not everyone's as patient as me, though. Plenty of low-born lads who get pressed into service start grumbling before they've seen their second battle. And once they've got to thinking of how unfair it is at all, it don't take much for the heretics to turn their heads. From what I hear, the simple promise of freedom tends to do it. That may explain how Lady Iceheart was able to expand her following so swiftly. Sad to say, some mates of mine gobbled down the heretics' tribe, asked for seconds, told me they were off to the western highlands to light a signal fire. That's how you let the heretics know you're serious about joining their rank. Apparently, send up some people who smoke, and the bastards come to you. Is that so? Why then? I am minded to start a fire. Stinia's like, okay, let's go start a fire. Speak with Nadine. Oh yeah, I have to speak with Nadine at the over there by the dungeon. Stinia wishes to prepare a signal to lure in the heretics. If we are to lure our foes to our position, then we must find a means to produce a signal of purple hue. As it so happens, I once heard the tale of a trapper who dropped the hide of the Wallywalk on his campfire. You're a monster hunter of some note, are you not? It would prove drifting task due to a clear number of hides. Sure. You and I shall gather wood for the fire. Aye, it will take the both of us to find enough dry fuel in this frozen wasteland. Let us meet again, dreaming dragon, with the fruits of our labor. What does Lucia want? Let's talk to Lucia. Lucia stares over the snowdrift and a grim expression upon her face. Want to help out too, do you? Well, there's plenty of that needs doing, and killing besides. I'm sure you've noticed that dragons aren't the only thing we have to contend with out here. Take the polar bears, for example. They come here looking for an easy meal, drawn by the smell of cook fire. Then they raid our stores. Think you could thin their numbers a little? Sure. See some polar bears and some wolviacs. Alright, I can do that. Let's go monster hunting. You're simply more reliable than any lordling I've ever met. You're only got eyes for dragons, even though I tell them time and time again that if no one sees those bears, they'll be nary a scrap to meet. But do they listen? I dare say everyone around here could stand to be a little more like you. Well, I said you'd be compensated, but I'm true to my word. I trust you'll consider this fair renovation for your efforts. Thank you. Triple cream coffee. Thank you. There's no other quest I need to do here now. Let's go over there. There's a dungeon I need to check out. I have to kill some willy yak. Alright, let's go. It's attacking me. Move out of the way. Oh, you woolly yak. Move out of the way. Come on, he healed himself? Hello, Nadini. This is the dungeon? Ah, word of House Fortens wishes to enter the Dark Vigil. You are aware that the ruins are infested with wild beasts, and gods only know what else, are you not? Why, just the other day, one of the convictors claimed to have seen a massive winged beast, not a dragon, mind you, but something altogether different. But far be it from to deny an esteemed personage the opportunity to kill herself. What? And then you said, "Free, go ahead." What? Are you crazy? I'm not gonna die in there. I'm gonna survive. I'll survive. Don't worry. It's Vigil. All right, let's go. Oh, that's all the Reborn. That's the DUSK Vigil. All right, let's go. Let's do this. boss mission. Interesting place. Let's go. Oh, he's a tank. Alright, level 52. So it's level 50 engine, I guess. That's a griffin. So that's the first boss, isn't it? Alright, let's go. Oh, first boss dead. That was a fun boss.
Well, that's the second boss. Sir Woolmeric. This is probably the boss, the main boss of the dungeon.
We did it. Recommendation. Who said it before? So balanced. Oh, that was pretty good too. Do you have it, Mistress Chen? Yes. Here we go. The ice rounded. There's no mistaking at last. It is ours once more. Parents presented this Iceheart to me at my wedding day. Oh, interesting. Interesting will tale. By the time I secured her release, they had interrogated her for days. She was a shadow of her former self. Alright, interesting. No more. It is back with the family where it belongs. It is eminently hollow comfort, yet in my winning years I must accept what little that can be had. I'm gonna talk to him over there. How many Aether things, Aether currents are left here? There's one here. There's two that I have to find around the map. Okay. Jump. There's Alpha now. Yeah. How far are they? Are they moving up here now? Okay. Let's get out. Like, now that looks like a big giant ice stream, honestly. Pretty big. I don't see any Aether currents. It's on top of this rock, right? Oh, there's one right there. No, don't get stuck in the crack. There. There's one here. Can you see them from this far away, the Aether currents? You have to be real close to them for them to appear. Justinian, how are you doing? It would seem that collecting firewood is a new experience for Master Alfino. This must have been privilege preparing a ham. Have you the hides we need? Yes, here we go.
Ah, I should have known it would be you. Word reached me of a struggle with a small but well-armed band of trespassers. Forgive my comrades their hostility. Few come here uninvited, and fewer still with good intent. Now, tell me why you are here. So, you seek to stem the Dravanian tide with talk? A romantic notion. If you but knew the truth, the spark which lit the flames of this animosity, you would understand the futility of your quest. Shall I relate it to you? The sordid history my gift has shown me, that which the Holy See has taken such pains to suppress. 'Twas more than a millennium past when an Elezen tribe first sought to claim the lands of Kurthas as its home. Unfortunately for them, Kurthas was already home to dragonkind, and they were not inclined to make way for the invaders. Thus did a bloody war begin, a war which might well have rumbled on until one or the other side was exterminated, had it not been for the resolve of a single woman. That woman's name was Shiva. While those around her fought and died, she attempted to parley with the dragons, and in so doing discovered them to be possessed of profound intelligence and reason. The great worm Hraesvelgar, in particular, so enchanted Shiva that she found herself growing to love the creature, whom her people considered a monster. In the eyes of a near-immortal dragon, however, the fleeting life of an Elezen is as that of a freshly cut rose. Scarce has the flower bloomed before it begins to fade and wither. Such melancholy musings plagued Hraesvelgar, who had found in Shiva an unexpected and beloved soulmate. He knew that all too soon, death would snatch her away from him. Unable to bear the thought of their separation, the maid bid the worm consume her, that their spirits might be entwined for eternity. Though loath to perform the deed, Hraesvelgr ultimately gave in to her plea, and soon thereafter the tale of their ill-fated love spread throughout the two warring factions. No more could they raise blade or claw against one another, knowing that the souls of their kin were so inextricably bound. In the days that followed, man and dragon learned to live in harmony, and together built a nation unlike any the world had ever known. For 200 years did this blissful age of peace continue, as it would to this day, had vilest envy not stirred in the hearts of the Elezen. It is said that worms owe their longevity to the boundless reserves of vitality found within their eyes. And 'twas in this belief that a traitorous band of knights deceived their allies of some 2 centuries, and took by force that which they coveted. Nidhogg, he who now stands poised to unleash his wormlings upon Ishgard, was the great dragon who lost an eye to Elezen treachery. And until he prizes it from the hands of the traitor's progeny, no amount of conciliatory words will stay his fury.
You are wrong, Lady Iceheart. Lest you misunderstand, I do not doubt your vision of the past. 'Tis true that Nidhogg greatly desired to reclaim the Eye. Indeed, it was for that very reason that I kept it with me as I roamed the land, attempting to draw him away from the city.
Good gods!
Until recently, Nidhogg seemed unable to resist its allure and pursued me relentlessly. Needless to say, that is no longer the case. Now, it would seem, he has fixed his attention on Ishgard itself, though he knows full well the Eye does not reside there.
You believe he targets the capital for another reason?
I believe reason has all but left him. Through the Eye, I feel much of what Nidhogg feels, and the dragon's thirst for vengeance will not be quenched by aught less than a sea of blood.
If Nidhogg is indeed lost to reason, might we not seek an audience with Hraesvelgr instead? He has thus far shown no inclination to aid in the invasion of Ishgard, and may yet welcome our efforts to broker a peace.
You still believe that a peaceable solution can be found? Very well. I will take you to him. Our road will lead us to Dravania, the homeland of dragonkind. There we shall ascend unto the clouds, where Hraesvelgr resides.
Is aught amiss, my friend? I sense the many battles are beginning to take their toll. Rest a while, and should you lose sight of us, Dravania lies beyond the mountains to the west.
Curious. The vestiges of thy mistress's blessing are not as faint as once they were. Thy will to succeed grants thee unusual fortitude. But will it be enough?
Europedios, yes, purchase me as you sail. If you wish, this is a passing strange, is it not, that a fate should bring us together thus? Never did I think to walk alongside the warrior of light. Our history is full of such unexpected alliances. Shall we make our way to Dravania then? Chill the western highlands are relenting, and I would sooner be under the sheltering canopy of the chocobo forest. Still did find one Aether current hiding somewhere. Okay. To Dravania, I guess. Oh shit! Don't attack me, you big giant thing. I don't want to be attacked. Don't touch. Don't touch you. Okay. I'm allergic to touch. Alright, Dravania, the Dravanian Forelands.
Beyond Abalathia's spine, the great mountain range that spans the continent of Aldenard from east to west. Into the deepening shadows of Som-Al, where lies the ancient home of dragonkind. To a land where the soil slithers and the skies seethe with sinuous shapes, they came.
Interesting. The land of dragons. And this is Chocobo Forest. Oh, I see an Aether current right there. Let's get that. Let's get an Aether current. Let's capture that Aether current. Give me that current. Yes. Perfect. Now then, do I jump down or? Okay, let's just go down. There we go. I think I'll stop here, I guess, for today. Next time on Final Fantasy XIV, we're gonna go explore Dravania, which looks pretty cool. And there's lots of chocobos here, which I assume are dangerous, but okay, wild chocobos. We'll see you guys next time on FF14.